This video did not exist in your timeline until you directed your attention to it. Your higher self guided you here because you are searching for an explanation for a very specific, undeniable feeling. Today we are going to talk about the profound metaphysical mechanics of the quantum field and the true power of the observer effect. I promise you that by the end of this video, you will completely understand your true power as the ultimate creator of your physical reality. You will never look at a messy room or the sudden desire to clean the exact same way again. Tell me, have you ever felt a sudden, almost manic urge to throw things away, reorganize your closet, or scrub your floors out of absolutely nowhere? To grasp the magnitude of what is happening to you, we must first understand the true nature of the space around you. In our esoteric understanding, the quantum field is an infinite, invisible web of pure potential. Everything you desire, every possible version of your life, exists right now as a wave of probability within this field. But these waves remain invisible and unmanifested until a conscious observer interacts with them. This is the secret of the observer effect. Observation is not just sitting passively and looking at things with your physical eyes. True observation is a highly active, commanding process where your consciousness forces the universe to collapse infinite possibilities into one solid reality. You are doing this every single second, mostly unconsciously. But when you awaken to this truth, you realize that your physical environment is the most direct feedback loop of your active observation. Have you ever stopped in the middle of a perfectly normal day, looked around your room, and felt an overwhelming, undeniable urge to throw things away? You might have thought it was just a random burst of motivation. You might have believed it was just the logical desire to have a tidy house. But what if I told you that this sudden impulse has absolutely nothing to do with chores or domestic duties? This powerful urge is actually a massive metaphysical event occurring right inside your nervous system. Your consciousness, the deepest part of who you are, is preparing to receive a reality that is fundamentally different from the one you are living in right now. It is sending a direct signal to your physical body to clear the stage for a quantum upgrade. You see, the physical objects surrounding you are not just dead matter taking up space. They are solidified energy, holding on to the frequencies of your past decisions, old habits, and outdated versions of yourself. When your higher awareness knows that a new timeline is about to intersect with your current life, it forces you to make room. It compels you to remove the physical anchors of the past so that the new wave of probability can finally collapse into your material experience. To truly understand what is happening when you furiously organize your closet or scrub your floors, we must look at the invisible architecture of the universe. In the realm of quantum mechanics, scientists have discovered that nothing is truly solid. Everything you can touch, see, or interact with is actually a swirling vortex of energy, vibrating at specific frequencies. This is what we call the quantum field. It is an infinite ocean of pure potential, a space where every possible future exists simultaneously as a wave of probability. Your dream job, your perfect relationship, your financial freedom, and your highest state of health are all floating in this field right now, waiting to be called into physical existence. But this field responds to one thing and one thing only. It responds to the precise vibrational signature that you are broadcasting into it. And your physical environment is a massive part of that broadcast. Your home is essentially a three-dimensional vision board of your current state of mind. When your consciousness decides it is time to level up, it realizes that the old vision board must be dismantled. The urge to clean is the universe whispering that your new reality is already here, just waiting for a place to land. This brings us to one of the most profound mysteries of existence, known as the observer effect. In quantum physics, a particle exists only in a state of probability until a conscious observer looks at it. The very act of looking is what forces the universe to make a decision, collapsing infinite possibilities into one solid, tangible reality. You are that observer. Every single second of your life, Your attention is commanding the quantum field to materialize your world. But here is the secret that most people never realize. Observation is not a passive act of just looking at things. Observation is an active, dynamic, and incredibly powerful process of interacting with your environment. When you look at a pile of useless clutter, you are unconsciously observing stagnation. You are collapsing the quantum wave into a reality of confusion, delay, and heavy energy. But when you suddenly feel the urge to clear that space, you are shifting your identity from a passive victim of your surroundings to an active creator. The moment you pick up a trash bag and start discarding the old, you are sending a shockwave through the quantum field. You are officially notifying the universe that you are changing the parameters of your observation. Think about the ancient Hermetic principle that states, "As within, so without." This is not just poetic philosophy, it is the literal instruction manual for manipulating reality. Your internal psychological state and your external physical space are intrinsically linked, locked together in a continuous feedback loop. When you hold on to old beliefs, past traumas, and limiting paradigms, your physical space will inevitably begin to reflect that internal congestion. Closets become stuffed with things you no longer wear. Drawers become graveyards for broken items. Desks become covered in paperwork from a past you no longer belong to. All of this physical matter is emitting a low-frequency broadcast that keeps you anchored to your current timeline. But when a quantum leap is imminent, when a massive manifestation is rushing toward you, your internal frequency spikes rapidly. This sudden elevation in your internal vibration creates an immediate conflict with your low-vibration external environment. The sudden urge to clean is the friction between who you are becoming and where you are currently standing. Your soul simply cannot tolerate the energetic dissonance anymore, and it compels your body to synchronize the outside world with your new internal state. It is absolutely crucial to understand that this sudden urge is a highly specific signal, not just a random passing thought. Most of the time, humans operate on autopilot, living out the same repetitive routines day after day. In this state of sleepwalking, clutter builds up invisibly. You do not even notice it because you have become blind to your own energetic stagnation. But then, seemingly out of nowhere, a switch flips inside your brain. Suddenly, the mess on the counter is intolerable. Suddenly, you feel a burning desire to empty out that one specific room that has been ignored for months. This is your higher self sounding the alarm. It is a direct communication from the quantum field, informing you that a window of opportunity has just opened. You are being given a brief, powerful moment of hyper-awareness to prepare your vessel and your environment for an incoming blessing. Ignoring this urge is like ignoring a ringing telephone when you know the universe is on the other line. By stepping into action and beginning the decluttering process, you are answering the call. You are proving to the field of infinite potential that you are ready, willing, and energetically prepared to receive the manifestation you have been asking for. Let us dive deeper into the concept of stagnant energy and how it physically blocks your manifestations from arriving. Every object you own has an energetic cord attached to the moment you acquired it, the person who gave it to you, or the phase of life you were in when you used it. If you are holding on to clothes from a time when you felt insecure, those fabrics are still broadcasting insecurity into your energetic field. If you keep gifts from toxic past relationships, those objects are literally tethering your consciousness to a timeline of pain and limitation. They act like energetic static, interfering with the clear signal you are trying to send to the quantum field. When you ask the universe for abundance, love, and success, but your home is filled with the physical anchors of poverty, heartbreak, and failure, the universe receives a mixed message. The quantum field cannot deliver a new future to a space that is entirely occupied by the past. Therefore, the sudden, frantic desire to purge your belongings is your consciousness desperately trying to cut those cords. It is an instinctual survival mechanism of the soul, attempting to sever ties with the old timeline before the new one collapses into your reality. The actual physical act of throwing things away is one of the most powerful forms of timeline jumping available to human beings. When you take an object, acknowledge that it no longer serves your highest good, and physically remove it from your environment, you are performing a profound alchemical ritual. You are not just organizing your house, you are rearranging the subatomic structure of your personal universe. With every item you place into a donation box or a garbage bag, you are literally lightening your energetic load. You are shedding the density of the third-dimensional illusion and aligning yourself with the lighter, faster frequencies of the fifth dimension. Imagine your life as a hot air balloon. If you want to rise higher into the atmosphere, if you want to reach new altitudes of joy, wealth, and spiritual power, you must drop the sandbags that are weighing you down. The clutter in your home is the sand in those bags. The sudden urge to clean is the realization that you are meant to fly. By letting go of the physical representations of your old identity, you are releasing your grip on the old reality. You are giving the quantum field permission to elevate your entire existence to a totally new level of being. There is a fundamental law of physics and metaphysics that states that the universe absolutely abhors a vacuum. Whenever an empty space is created, the laws of nature dictate that something must immediately rush in to fill it. This is the secret mechanism behind the manifestation power of decluttering. When your house is packed full of things, there is literally no space for new energy to enter. Your energetic cup is completely full, overflowing with the stale water of your past experiences. But when you suddenly start cleaning out cabinets, clearing off tables, and emptying shelves, you are intentionally creating physical and energetic voids. You are carving out empty space in the quantum field, and because the universe cannot tolerate a vacuum, it will immediately begin orchestrating circumstances, synchronicities, and events to fill that empty space. But here is the magic of the quantum upgrade. Because you created this void from a state of elevated consciousness and intentional release, the universe will not fill it with more junk. It will fill the void with high-frequency experiences, new opportunities, financial windfalls, and deep connections that perfectly match your newly elevated state of mind. You are literally making room for a miracle. As you move through your physical space, wiping away dust and putting things in order, you are actually engaging in a profound form of moving meditation. This is the synchronization of mind and matter in real time. Sitting perfectly still on a cushion with your eyes closed is one way to quiet the mind, but active, intentional cleaning forces your consciousness to merge fully with the present moment. Your hands are moving, your body is engaged, and your focus is sharp. In this state of flow, your brainwaves begin to shift. You move out of the stressful, frantic beta brainwave state and slip into the relaxed, highly programmable alpha state. This is the exact frequency where manifestation occurs. While you are physically scrubbing a window, your subconscious mind is simultaneously scrubbing away self-doubt and limiting beliefs. The physical friction of cleaning mirrors the mental friction required to break old habits. You are proving to yourself, through physical action, that you have the power to transform chaos into order. This builds immense subconscious confidence. The quantum field recognizes this authority. It sees you mastering your immediate environment and responds by giving you mastery over the larger circumstances of your reality. One of the most critical aspects of this quantum cleaning process is the practice of emotional detachment. When you pull out an old box of memories or an item you spent a lot of money on but never used, you will often feel a sudden surge of resistance. Your ego will try to convince you to keep it out of fear, guilt, or a false sense of lack. The ego will whisper that you might need it someday, or that throwing it away is a waste. But this is exactly where the quantum test occurs. The urge to declutter is an invitation to practice radical detachment. By choosing to let the item go anyway, you are actively dismantling the frequency of lack and scarcity within your own mind. You are demonstrating absolute faith in the abundant nature of the universe. You are declaring that your security and happiness do not come from accumulating physical objects, but from your endless connection to the quantum source. This emotional release is incredibly potent. The moment you detach from the physical object and let it leave your space, a massive burst of trapped energy is liberated back into your aura. You instantly feel lighter, more energized, and completely free from the emotional gravity that was holding you back. Once you have cleared the physical debris, you establish what is known as the manifestation frequency. Imagine your consciousness as a highly advanced radio transmitter, constantly broadcasting your desires into the infinite cosmos. When your living space is chaotic, dirty, and disorganized, it is like having thick layers of static and interference blocking your transmission. The signal gets distorted, and the universe receives a scrambled message, resulting in a chaotic and unpredictable reality. However, when you obey the sudden urge to clean, you are systematically removing every single source of interference. A clean, organized, and intentionally curated space acts like a massive energetic amplifier. It creates a pure, unhindered environment for your thoughts and intentions to travel through. The clearer your space, the clearer your signal. Suddenly, the visions you hold in your mind's eye do not have to fight their way through layers of dense, heavy vibrations. They can shoot straight out into the quantum field with laser-like precision. This is why things seem to manifest at lightning speed immediately after a deep cleaning session. Your broadcast is finally coming through loud and clear, and the universe responds with immediate synchronization. Let us look at how this mechanism actually plays out in the lives of everyday people. You have probably experienced this yourself or known someone who has. A person feels stuck in their career, struggling to find a new job, facing constant rejection. One weekend, out of nowhere, they feel an intense, almost manic urge to clean out their entire garage or deep clean their bedroom. They spend 2 days throwing away bags of garbage, reorganizing their space, and totally refreshing their environment. By Sunday evening, they are exhausted, but deeply at peace. Then, on Monday morning, the phone rings. Out of the blue, a recruiter calls with an incredible job offer that perfectly matches their desires. This is not a coincidence. This is not just random luck. This is the observer effect operating flawlessly in the physical world. The act of cleaning the garage was the physical trigger that collapsed the wave of probability. By taking control of their immediate environment and releasing the stagnant energy of their current situation, they instantly shifted their vibration. They became a perfect vibrational match for the timeline where the new job already existed, forcing the reality to manifest instantly. It is very common to experience a strange phenomenon right before this sudden urge to clean truly takes hold. You might feel a heavy wave of exhaustion, lethargy, or even slight depression in the days leading up to the purge. You might look at the mess in your room and feel completely paralyzed, unable to move a single muscle to fix it. Do not be alarmed by this feeling. This resistance is actually the shadow of the incoming quantum upgrade. Whenever a massive amount of light and new energy is about to enter your system, it pushes all of your hidden darkness, fatigue, and unresolved issues to the surface. The heavy feeling is the old timeline putting up its final fight, trying to convince you to stay comfortable in your stagnation. But then, the tipping point arrives. The divine spark of your consciousness cuts through the fog, and the sudden urge to clean strikes you like a bolt of lightning. The heavy exhaustion vanishes, replaced by a fierce, undeniable wave of kinetic energy. This massive shift in momentum is your proof that you have successfully broken through the energetic resistance. You have crossed the threshold from the dying reality into the birth of a completely new world. When you move past the phase of throwing things away and enter the phase of organizing, you are engaging in a highly advanced form of reality architecture. Putting things in their proper place, aligning objects, and creating functional systems in your home is not just about aesthetics. It is about actively arranging your future timeline. In the quantum field, order represents a highly coherent state of energy, while chaos represents entropy and decay. By organizing your physical space, you are commanding the quantum field to bring order and coherence to your life circumstances. If you want a peaceful mind, you must create a peaceful environment. If you want financial stability, you must treat your physical possessions with respect and order. Every time you fold a piece of clothing, align the books on your shelf, or clear the surfaces of your kitchen, you are building the energetic scaffolding for your new reality. You are laying down the tracks for your future self to walk upon. The universe looks at the physical order you have created and recognizes that you are fully prepared to manage and sustain the new blessings that are about to pour into your life. You are proving that you are a responsible creator. We must also address the subtle but powerful impact of dust and physical grime on your quantum manifestation process. Dust is not just an annoyance, it is quite literally the physical accumulation of dead skin cells, decaying matter, and microscopic debris from the past. When dust settles on the surfaces of your home, it acts as an energetic blanket, muffling the vibrant frequency of your space. It is the physical manifestation of neglect and forgotten intentions. When you feel the sudden urge to wipe down surfaces, wash your windows, and sweep your floors, you are actively clearing away the energetic static that has settled over your life. Washing a window is a deeply symbolic and literal act of clarifying your vision. As you remove the dirt from the glass, you are simultaneously removing the filters of illusion from your perception. You are making it easier for the light of the sun and the light of higher consciousness to penetrate your sanctuary. A sparkling, clean room vibrates at a significantly higher frequency than a dusty one. By meticulously clearing away the grime, you are ensuring that your environment is singing the exact same high vibrational song as your newly upgraded soul. While your hands are busy scrubbing and sorting, a profound process of subconscious reprogramming is occurring silently in the background of your mind. The human brain loves metaphor, and it constantly uses your physical actions to rewrite its own internal software. When you take a chaotic, messy room and transform it into a serene, orderly sanctuary, your brain witnesses a clear trajectory of improvement. It watches you solve problems, make decisions about what to keep and what to discard, and execute a plan from start to finish. This continuous loop of action and visible result begins to wire entirely new neural pathways in your brain. You are literally training your subconscious mind to believe that you are capable of transforming chaos into beauty. This newly forged confidence does not just stay in the bedroom or the kitchen. It bleeds out into every single aspect of your life. The next time you face a complex problem at work or a difficult situation in a relationship, your brain will access these new neural pathways. It will remember the feeling of successfully clearing the clutter, and it will approach the life problem with the exact same clarity, authority, and unstoppable momentum. The true power of the observer effect reaches its absolute peak the moment you finish cleaning. Think about that magical feeling when you finally drop the last garbage bag outside, wipe down the last counter, and stand in the doorway of your freshly cleaned room. You take a deep breath, look around, and feel a profound sense of satisfaction and peace. Pay very close attention to this specific moment because this is exactly when the timeline locks into place. As you stand there, fully present, witnessing the pristine order of your new environment, your observation collapses the quantum wave with total finality. You are consciously anchoring the high-frequency state into the physical dimension. The deep sigh of relief you exhale is the energetic seal on the manifestation. In that exact second of pure observation, the universe recalibrates itself around you. The old version of your reality officially ceases to exist, and the new, upgraded version is fully booted up and running. Your physical eyes are confirming to your soul that the transformation is complete. This is the culmination of the quantum urge. You have successfully rebuilt your environment to hold the frequency of your highest potential. Immediately following this profound physical and energetic clearing, you must become highly vigilant and watch for the signs of the incoming upgrade. The universe responds very quickly to the vacuum you have created. Within hours or days of a massive decluttering session, you will begin to notice a sharp increase in synchronicities. You might experience intense moments of déjà vu, where it feels like you have lived this exact moment before. You might see repeating numbers like 1111 or 333 everywhere you look. People from your past might suddenly reach out to you, or you might unexpectedly receive money in the mail. These events are not random accidents. They are the direct, measurable feedback from the quantum field, confirming that your reality is actively rearranging itself to match your new frequency. Your physical space is now clear, your energetic broadcast is pure, and the universe is rushing in to fill the void with manifestations that align with your new vibration. When you see these signs, do not dismiss them. Acknowledge them. Smile and recognize that your sudden urge to clean was indeed a prophetic message, and that your power as a quantum creator is fully activated and working flawlessly. The challenge now is not just creating this upgraded space, but maintaining the frequency of your new reality. Once you have elevated your environment, you must become the fierce guardian of your energetic sanctuary. Do not allow the old habits of mindless accumulation to creep back into your life. Before you bring a new object, a new piece of clothing, or even a new person into your freshly cleared space, you must ask yourself a vital question. Does this energy match the upgraded frequency I have just established, or will it drag me back to the old timeline? You must treat your physical home like the sacred temple of your consciousness. When you are highly selective about what you allow into your environment, you are continuously sending a message of high self-worth to the quantum field. You are demanding nothing but the best, and the universe has no choice but to comply. Maintaining a clean, organized space requires a continuous daily commitment to your own evolution. Every time you immediately wash a dish, hang up a coat, or throw away a piece of trash, you are performing a micro-affirmation. You are actively voting for your new, upgraded identity and refusing to let your reality slip backward into chaos. Ultimately, that sudden, irresistible urge to clean is the most beautiful gift you can receive from your higher self. It is the ultimate proof that you are not stuck, you are not forgotten, and your life is not meant to remain the same forever. You are a dynamic, infinite being of light, constantly expanding and evolving into greater versions of yourself. When you honor the urge to declutter, you are stepping out of the passenger seat and taking hold of the steering wheel of your destiny. You are no longer waiting for the universe to change your life. You are actively molding the clay of reality with your own two hands. As you sit in your beautifully clear, energetically pure space, realize that you are now a perfect vibrational match for everything you have ever desired. The physical walls around you are reflecting the immense clarity, power, and peace within your own soul. You have successfully prepared the vessel. The quantum upgrade is no longer just a possibility floating in the invisible field. It is here, right now, anchoring itself into your physical world. Embrace the emptiness, trust the process, and get ready to receive the extraordinary manifestations that are rushing into the space you have so beautifully created. Remember this absolute truth. You are not just existing inside a random reality, you are reality observing itself into existence. Your attention, your actions, and your environment are the brushes with which you paint the canvas of the quantum field. When you clean, you clear the path for your own greatness. Thank you for joining me in this space today. If this message unlocked something within you, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like to support this frequency. I want you to anchor this new understanding right now. Write this phrase in the comments below. I am the observer, creating my reality. I would love to hear from you. What beautiful signs, changes, or synchronicities have you noticed in your life right after a massive cleaning or decluttering session? Share your story below and let us elevate our consciousness together.